Hello everyone! Welcome back to Yokai Temple, and we are in a brand new building. So just very quickly, before I show off the interior of this, because this is actually the first Yokai building that actually has like a full done interior, although I still need to do a little bit of decorating, let's hop into a quick time lapse, shall we? So, catch you in a quick moment.
冬の夜、白い大きな人が走る。白い大きな人が走る。空パイプを加えた雪だるま。寒さに追われる大きな雪だるま。村に入る。村に入る。明かりを見つけて安心する。小さな家、ノックもせずに入っていく。ノックもせずに入っていく。温まろうと赤い暖炉の前に座る。あっという間に消えちゃった。残ったのパイプだけ。水たまりの真ん中に残ったのはパイプだけ。それから古い帽子だけ。
Right, well, I hope you all enjoyed that. Not exactly a long time lapse, but this one has been kind of long coming. So as some people have pointed out, this is the first place in Yokai that actually has glass windows, because everything else is just sort of like for show kind of windows using the paper wall. So this would be my brand new bedroom. I finally actually have a dedicated bedroom now. I might change the bed, but that's kind of nice. I like that humble kind of look. Whoop. Just getting a message from Dave there, that's fine. Okay, so, this is located conveniently right in the middle of town, just off of the route from the temple. There is also a view, as you can see, to the animal pen, as well as to the crop farm, which are whizzing away there. I kind of need to, like, probably put down some kind of sound ordinance, by which I mean a muffler, because wow, that's noisy. Although I can't really hear it in my bedroom, so that's something nice. Got some tool racks and bookcases for most of my tools, and quite a few of the enchanted books that I keep getting from stuff. I've moved some stuff from Soga no Hayashi, so I happen to have the quote-unquote tech supplies, the quote-unquote magic supplies, and the quote-unquote wealth. It's probably way more than a priest like me should have, but you know, in this kind of world you have to be a bit on the wealthy side. And jeez, every time I have to reinstall this thing, it goes into cheat mode as its default. Why is that like a default? NEI, sort yourself out. Okay, so other than that, I also have a typewriter here, which I haven't yet figured out the use for, but I'm sure I will. Also, I'm not entirely certain if that's the kind of layout that, like, typewriter should have. I also moved the fancy workbench that I use on builds over here, so I've got my carpenter stuff over here, and a little chest for supplies. Oh, that does remind me, one of the things on my to-do list today, which I could not do about, is Liara's letter. So let's take a look at this. We got this an episode or two ago, I forget, and I haven't opened it, so this seems like a decent point in time to do so. And oh boy, attention lying. And, like, a whole ton of inverted skyblocks, okay. Dear Lying, my sincerest apologies for the late arrival of your order. The earthquakes hit us hard, it was fortunate we managed to retrieve anything at all from the rubble. At any rate, please find your order of 8 crates of skyplates enclosed in the parcel. No unstable beacons this time. Yours sincerely, Liara Jennings, Generico CEO. Generico? Oh, so Sandco has rebranded, then it would seem. Okay. So that is going to be going over the the actual like bath sections of the bathhouse, which I'm thinking of calling the Lucky Pig, or something to that effect, bathhouse, because there's a pig in there that was just wandering in during the build and he hasn't left since. But yeah, now we've got these. Interesting. So let's plonk some of these down, see exactly how they look. Ooh. Okay, that is strange. That is bizarre. And this is technology. This is holograms, apparently. Let's look from below. Can I see the sun? I don't know. But either way, I can't see anything on the other side. That is bizarre. Very strange. Can I put this back in? No, it won't let me. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to take them all out then. And there it goes. I guess that'll go inside. Well, I'll stick it in this chest for now. Gah. Dang it, Liara. giving me like tons of stuff in my inventory. Right. So yeah, this is just sort of like general kind of office space here, and there's my bedroom. I've made this into slabs specifically so I can put some decoration, like some posters or something on the other side. Maybe I can have like a GACT poster or something, I don't know. Downstairs we have the kind of main hallway here with my armor stands, which is like my main armor and like my sort of like historical relic more or less there, which is sort of the reverse of what you might find these days. I've got this little alcove, which I might have be a bathroom, or I might have it be some kind of private bath, or something in general. Maybe this is just storage space. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I put it here for a reason. And I thought I was going to have like a fire pit or something here to keep the house warm. But on the other hand, Minecraft doesn't have seasons. Yeah. And then just through here, I have a delightful little like living room. Where we have another view over to the farm, so we can see people coming and going, which I love. That's really nice. I might just put more glass windows in the other places, just so we can see people wandering around a bit more. That'd be nice. And then through here, we have this sort of stony entryway, so people don't muss up our nice little tatami mats, along with some shelves. And I am presently wearing some hardened leather boots from Harvestcraft, because they look the most like slippers that I could find, because the custom in Japan is that you take off your outside shoes and you usually wear slippers so you don't destroy the tatami inside. So I am taking that very much to heart with this particular build. Let me stick my stuff on there. World calling. Open a portal to the realm of Alfheim. That was kind of quick for them. Considering that more or less everybody has had to actually like start over quite a bit, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, that is the new house, and that is Liara's letter. So yay, my house. I finally have a house, and it is arguably one of the most attractive houses in the village even for its size. It's relatively small. Like, compare it to some of the other houses around here, it's relatively small. But it's been a long time coming, and I'm kind of happy to have it. So, next thing to show off is that I did finally get the force relays working. So, I have one presently aimed at this mana pool, which is feeding both of these agri-carnations, these very noisy agri-carnations, but they're actually now working. So we now have some non-pneumatic craft spawning sprinklers, effectively. They're actually growing stuff faster than our guys can harvest it, which is pretty sweet. I'll talk about this a little bit later, but let me just show off exactly how I figured out to work the force relays. So, I was using it correctly. I was working it correctly. The trouble is that... Oh, yeah, perfect example here. The trouble is that there is a problem with the way that the Wand of the Forest works, specifically. So, when you right-click something that has a mana capacity with the Wand of the Forest, then it gives you an updated readout of how much mana is in there. That readout is apparently a lot faster, or at least a lot more priority, than binding the force relay. So when you use it on the force relay, it doesn't actually bind it. So what you have to do is, this is why I've got shields and breaks in my inventory, you have to place down a block that doesn't have a mana inventory first, bind the force relay to that, and then the force relay keeps the coordinates of the block that you clicked in their memory, and then you just replace that with something that has an inventory, like the mana pool over there, and then it can shoot them over in this majestic beam, which I might have to bury these things a bit further underground at this rate, because I know, it's perfectly fine and safe, but this looks kind of unhealthy. Like, I'm sure people can appreciate that much. But yeah, so then I've got these mercurial redstones, and what these do is you can link them up to a magic mirror, and then they are able to transmit signals directly through the paired mirrors. So I've got 2 over here right now. This one is coming from the farms, and it's just picking up the comparator signal that's coming out of that mana pool. And that's just turning off this, so whenever the mana pool doesn't have any power in it, then it sends this timer running, triggers this redstone mana spreader, because the false relays don't recognize as mana capacities, and then they get warped straight over to the mana pool, where they then feed the aggro carnations. Similarly, over here, I have another one, which is listening to a mana pool over here, by the Alfheim portal. So just dash over here, and this is being fed off by 2 mana spreaders. I should probably make that a mana divider, into the 2 mana pools that are presently powering our Alfheim portal here. And in between them, I've got a dense crystal piece, so that I can make sure that it's a specific decent amount of mana left over. It's not quite keeping up there. I might have to put more than 1 redstone mana spreader going on this, but that basically means that I say that I have to set up a bigger kind of like setup here for feeding mana around the place. So I think there might be some kind of clock tower structure going on around here. There definitely needs to be actual like hut going on around this place now, because we're just getting a bit too high up, and we're getting a bit too much going on for it to just be out in the open like this. Other than that, though, that is mercurial redstone. So you place your first magic mirror down, you right-click at second magic mirror to it to bind it in a pair, place that one down, and then you can right-click mercurial redstone to the mirrors to bind them, and then you get a signal through. You can only send 1 signal, and what's interesting is it does actually retain its strength, more or less. It drops by 1 just by travel, but it does retain its strength, so you can push comparator signals through these. And the magic mirrors are also transdimensional, which means you can get a trans-dimensional comparator signal. I cannot describe how cool that is. But yeah, so you start off with the remote comparators for relatively short distances, and then you go to these. Basically, these are the tanks of like long-range redstone, I think. So yeah, you just have to have the other side loaded in memory. But yeah, that's really cool. So, what's next? Altar stabilizers. Right. I don't recall if I mentioned this, but to get Ichor, Blood of the Gods, which I think we're going to need to start tapping on the side of the worlds, as it were, you need to have an extremely stable infusion altar, or rather a runic matrix with a pedestal, with an infusion pillar. Gah! Why are 2 things infusion? It's kind of confusing. Anyways, so there's a handful of things that you can use to actually stabilize your altar. Where is my... oh, there it is. Okay, so let's see, if we flip through the pages here, okay. Things like candles, skulls, crystals, etc. have the effect of reducing instability. Now, Ichor is really, really high on that list, so if I go over to it, yeah, I haven't unlocked many new things. This is instability high. Now, there's a couple of things, very few things I believe, that are actually very high. And near as I can tell, to make this thing reasonably reliably stable, you need something in the order of 150 stabilizers. Now down here, let's see, where's the place I need to go through? Definitely not here, that's for sure. About here should do it, yeah. Okay, down here we have 8 of every of the base primal kind of crystals. So that's 8 times 6, which would be 8, 16, 24, 48 crystals. So we have almost a third. So I need to find 6 more things that we can use as stabilizers, and then a little bit more besides. Now, one crystal I'm missing is the mixed crystal cluster, So if we add if we add eight of those in, that gets us up to 56. That gets us to over a third. And let me just show you how to put those together. Okay, and that. Good. Okay, so entropy shards, earth shards, water shards, fire shards, earth shards, air shards gets us a mixed crystal cluster. Just grab 3 of those for the moment. So this is all of the primals mixed together. Fairly cheap, you don't really need much to make these. The problem for us is going to be mostly fitting them inside of our actual design here, so that we don't have issues with the pedestal pistons. And I'm sure there'll be people yelling at me in the comments that I need to just do away with the pedestals moving and start using, let me see, what was it? The transvector dislocator, but I still really like having this. I like having the design, I like having it move specifically. It seems more real to me, so yeah, I'm gonna keep to my word on that one. And I don't know what the actual range of the infusion altar is. I don't think it's mentioned anywhere, but I will definitely be checking it out to try and find out. So that we can get absolutely certain that this thing is stable. So, beyond just the mixed crystals, which is going to get us another 8 up to 56, we can also use candles. I don't know if it affects. I don't know if it's affected by color. I don't think I can just slam down a whole ton of colors of crystal or of candle. So, we'll say that's another 8. That gets me up to 64, and then we can also use 8 aura nodes. It gets me up to 72, which is about halfway. It might be that 8 isn't actually the absolute limit. I can definitely check that out. But one of the other things that you can use is skulls. Yeah, skulls. Not particularly keen on using skulls, because having skulls around a temple complex is going to be tremendously impure. Like, people already, yell at me about Kegare. Kegare's nice! People keep calling him a monster. Half of Yokai's population is monsters, by the classical definitions. Give him a break. But yeah, skulls. Creeper skulls, zombie skulls, skeleton skulls of both types. I don't know. I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can work that. Beyond that, there may well be more things that I don't know about that will stabilize these things. We can definitely try and find them out, and hopefully we'll be able to come up with some kind of design that is able to retain our nice, uncluttered, functional aesthetic here, and not be massively unstable when we try and breach dimensions. We'll see. We'll see. On that note, though, if we go into Eldritch, I haven't found any more, pieces here, but I really, really want to try and figure this out. I'm pretty sure if I try and make some of these things that I might be able... It might give me a clue. I might be able to understand it a bit better. So, we'll try and make some void metals. So I need a seed, some alienus, some tenebrae, and some vacuos, which I believe we have kind of heavily in stock. I also need to move this downstairs, at least underground, probably. So let me see. Vacuos 64, alienus 64, and tenebrae 57. Okay, so let's grab ourselves a seed, which I think our Britannia has in some good supply. Yep. Let's grab at least 4. Well, let's make it 5. Okay. Head over to our alchemy, which I'm pronouncing strangely for some reason. Okay, void seed, that's what I'm looking for. So we need the alienus first. Alienus, where be ye? Alienus, here be ye. Okay, so grab that there. I can pick up the Lux, which doesn't actually have a quantum jar just yet, because I don't really have much need of one. Okay, and now you want the tenebrae. Okay. Done. Ooh, fair bit of tenebrae. And a little bit of vacuos. Hurrah. That's down. Okay. Perfect. So, okay, let's scan this. No hints to new research yet. Oh, come on, give me something, please. Help me learn. Let me find out what's going on. I want to know what's happening in those other realms. Where's my... oh, there it is. There's my jar. I probably need, like, another valve coming off of this. I can probably do that, actually, come to think of it. Where is it? There we go. Essential tubes. Make this easier. Stick that there and that there. There we go. Now I can get everything. Ha! Save myself some trouble. Every now and then. Okay, so that's that, and then we can turn that into void metal by just giving it metallum. So where is the metallum? Just put these there. Ooh, that drained a fair bit of tenant, right? Eek. Like yours. Doop. Metallum. I get a ton of that from smelting down iron and various precious metals. There you are. Okay. So, put that there. Okay. Oh, and it's gone into my miner's backpack, I think. Yep. Just drop that. Come on. Ah! That hasn't given me a new thing. What is it going to take to give me a clue here? Kegari, do you have any idea what's going to cause me to, like, figure this out? Because I really want to know this. Please tell me. Come on. Oh, that's hardly any help at all. Grr. Anyways, we've got 5. Let's see if we can make some void metal helmets or something. Oh, yes we can. How does it look? Like balls is the answer. I can barely see. Great. Well, hopefully I'll be able to figure that out for next time. I hope you enjoyed this look at actually getting stuff to work, and also, like, how things do work. I like automagy and redstone, some of my favorite things. Next episode, we have a little build project to do for the server population, which is to say that I have figured out how to automate the botanical brewery, so we can get a vending machine for a brew of emptiness so people can survive the blood moons. But with that, I shall catch you all next time.